Hey, this is Mike Acquisto, and it is tax time, and this is the longer version of the video here. And I want to give you some information. Recently in the mail, you just got one of these, probably, in the city of Frisco, Collin County. It's kind of like a salmon-y color, and it gives you all types of information on your property. Most likely your property did go up in value, and you're like, hey, should I fight my taxes, and want some good information there? So that's a really good question. The answer is yes, you probably should fight your taxes, and you should probably use a professional to do it. I'm not the exact professional that's the best one for you in this particular case. I do have a company that we personally use. We do not profit one penny from it, but it is somebody that we have used in the past for our primary residence, and we're totally happy with it. There is a way that you can fight the property taxes on your own if you would like to. And you can just simply follow their directions and set up your own hearing and get it taken care of. It's kind of self-explanatory. The only problem is it's really difficult to do on your own, and the likelihood of you succeeding is kind of small. So I'm going to turn the screen around, show you the company I recommend, and then after that I'll show you, if you want to fight on your own, what are some possible ways that you could try to do that. All right, so turning the screen around here, I'm going to bring you to this company, and this is the one that we have used in the past. And I've had good success with them. North Texas Property Tax Services. They fought our primary residence taxes for the last, this would be 3 years. And each year they have successfully reduced our property taxes and saved us some money. So that's pretty good. They do it on a contingency basis. So they receive just a percentage of what they save you. So any penny you send them totally helps. I'll provide a link directly to them so you can get in touch with them should you want to. They talk about this. Obviously, the larger the property, the more you can kind of fight your taxes. They got some information here, phone number, whatever, right? So that's one way that you can kind of do things. The other way is if you decide that you want to fight the taxes on your own, then you have to come prepared with some real facts and some real information that they don't currently have. So you have to understand that the property tax appraisal district has pretty much all the relevant information on your property. They have all the comparables, all the sales, and they can slice and dice the data as much as they want and totally come up with numbers for you that are going to be really, really hard for you to fight. What you have to bring to them is information that they currently don't have possession of. So a really good example would be, yes, I do understand that all the recent comparable sales in my neighborhood put my property valued at X, which is pretty hard to fight. However, some of the things that you don't know about my property are, and then you can fill in all the blanks with some information that they might not know. Now, this is a really hard thing. What you have to kind of do is fight your property and say that it's worth a little bit less because of said items. So what you would do is you would say, hey, the property that sold here had this feature, and mine does not have that. But they're going to know, like, if it has a pool or how big or how many beds or baths or any one of those things. So rather, what you're going to have to do is give them the new information. So that would be, like, example would be, my AC system is old and it's dilapidated and it's costing me more in electric on a monthly basis. And if I was to sell my property currently, it would be a detrimental fact. My roof is old and needs to be replaced, and the other ones that you were recently sold had at least fair condition roofs. So you get critical about your property. You tell them I have some repairs or deferred maintenance that I didn't do, my fence is falling down, I have all these other problems, and here's how much it costs to repair them or fix them. And if I was to put my home on the market currently, I would not get the same value as everybody else because here are all these problems, right? And that's an example of what is new information to the taxing authority and that they would possibly consider. They will give you most likely a discount as far as your value goes on your property as it relates to those items. I would bring a spreadsheet, I would bring a value, I bring an estimate to bring them up to full repair operation. So it might be like a quote from a vendor to fix or repair A, B, or C, any one of those items. I'll lay it out, tell them the total cost that it would be and the value that you feel. They will most likely come back and be like, okay, I see all the pictures, I understand all the information, and yes, we will lower your taxes for this amount of time and allow you to have the repairs done. And they're going to assume that you haven't done it over a period of time. Last time that this worked, last I heard, they were given 3 years of lower taxes for these deficient items that were brought to their attention, and then the taxes went up after that. So that's one way to fight the taxes. Second big piece of information is the taxing authority can only raise your property taxes by 10% on an annual basis if it is your primary residence. If that numbers went above that threshold, then that's a problem. Most likely it got capped at that number, so that would be okay. If you think that your taxes went up way too much, totally give us a call. We'll provide all our information and we can help and research this for you. But it is kind of important to remember that property taxes going up is also an indication of your property value going up. So that is kind of a good thing. We would all rather pay like super low taxes until such time that we go to sell our house, and we'd like it to be really, really high, and we'd like the value to all be realized and totally profit. Not exactly how that works, but I do understand the theory. So reach out to myself, my wife, anyone that works with us, and we'll be totally happy to help you. We do want you to know everything about your property and have you be totally informed. Thank you. Talk to you soon.